welcome everyone to this interview with our challenge or community challenge, first community challenge partner interview. My name is Chris Gillis. I'm the manager of applied research business development at Durham College. And Durham College, of course, is one of the core partners in the Durham Regional Technology Development Site, along with the Spark Center, Ontario Tech U, and the region of Durham. And I have our guest today with us. I have Paul Gottsmark from Parsons and Robert Lee from Smartcone. Welcome, gentlemen. And we're going to have a chit chat with them really about the challenge and what they found of interest to that. So maybe I could turn to Paul first. And Paul, can I just ask you to introduce yourself and Parsons just generally, and then Robert, I'll do the same for you.
So yeah, my name's Paul Gottsmark. I'm a senior project engineer with Parsons. I've got several decades experience in transportation engineering, but I'm also really keen on emerging technologies in transportation and the transformational impacts of that. Parsons is an international company with something like 19,000 staff, and we are very active in Canada, particularly in infrastructure and mobility. And also we do a lot of defense work in the US, cyber related as well.
Cool. Great. Well, thank you very much, Paul. Appreciate that. And Robert, to you, maybe a little intro to yourself and Smartcone.
That's great. Thanks, Jasper. So Robert Lee, CEO of Smartcone and interim CEO of AutoGuardian. And Smartcone and AutoGuardian are infrastructure as a service and system integration hardware for applications, exactly like what this challenge is for. Providing deployable hardware to for use cases of pedestrians, collision detection for vehicles, and the bicycle safety. And I've been around Smartcone for 2 years. And my brother, Jason, is actually the guy who started the company, Jason Lee.
Nice, nice. So we have an interesting sort of comparison here for basically Parsons, a very large global organization. And then certainly Robert, I guess Smartcone, you could say you're in that small and medium-sized enterprise.
Yes. We are small and medium-sized. We're finding that we're reaching all the way to Australia with our different technologies, which is fun.
Good stuff. Well, thank you. And thank you both for being here. So we want to dig into this a little bit more. And obviously, we're not going to really talk about the technology of your solution unless either of you gentlemen during the conversation have something you would like to bring up. I'd welcome you to do that. But we'll kind of focus more on really the whole challenge structure itself. So I just wanted to lead into kind of the questions here with maybe a personal observation. And, what I see in this space is a lot of people, I think the majority, don't really understand what we're faced with, I'll call it electric vehicle adoption. And I think most people are missing the fact that these vehicles, besides being electric, and maybe more importantly, are going to be ever connected, increasingly connected, and automated. And I think probably that's where the bigger opportunity actually might lie. So maybe I'd like to start off just generally, and maybe I'll start with Paul and then go to Robert on this. What really attracted you to this community challenge, really, of safer and more accessible intersections that the Durham RTDS along with Durham Region put out? So Paul, to you, what really attracted you to this?
Yeah, well, first of all, I just want to say I do very much share your interest in autonomous and connected vehicles. I'm very, very excited about the possibilities that brings. What attracted us to this challenge? We work with a lot of clients on Vision Zero initiatives, and we're very excited to see the region of Durham pursue technology innovation that will tangibly meet those Vision Zero goals. And so we think the challenge is a perfect fit for our partnership with AutoGuardian by Smartcone, because their technology really is tailor-made for this. And so we're pairing our extensive experience in traffic engineering, Vision Zero planning and road safety with their industrial Internet of Things technology, and we're developing the solution that makes intersections in Durham region safer.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for that, Paul. And Robert, from a small, medium-sized company point of view, what did this challenge really pose for you? What was of interest?
Well, we have other corporations and clients who are looking for applications very similar to this. And when we get a chance to work with partners like Parsons, who have the technology and the ability and the drive to really deploy this and add the engineering depth to it, it's something that that's something that we're very excited to partner with Parsons about, just to make our product better. Paul was excellent on summarizing what Smartcone is done. We are an industrial Internet of Things. We're a system integration platform and sensor agnostic, and it's a perfect opportunity to really show our strength on this and provide for the benefit of Vision Zero and to help municipalities out, especially like Region of Durham. It's great work.
Yeah, that's great. Very nice, and thank you. And I think this is it really is kind of an interesting partnership here, where you have, again, a very large, well-established organization, deep expertise in particular areas, partnering with a smaller business that has really innovative technology that can be integrated into this solution. And so I'm going to kind of position this, and then I'll ask you both as well to kind of talk a bit about this. But could you tell me really, I guess, a little bit more about that partnership? Expand on those maybe benefits, synergies. Maybe also expand why this partnership and why this type of sort of approach is important to both of you. Maybe there are some reasons other than that you felt that this approach would be really, I think, work in this type of a challenge. And do you feel that partnerships maybe like this are going to be needed as we move forward in this space and really have to address more and more complex sort of challenges? So maybe, Robert, can I start with that general, I guess, area for you? And Paul,
I was hoping you'd ask me first.
Here you go.
So with the Smartcone, because we're a system integration platform, it was a great idea to partner with Parsons. They're experts at digital twins. And the partnership of being able to provide the data to Parsons so they can then move their digital twin practice to really show in an interactive manner on what's happening on the intersection is a really good forward step for Smartcone and Parsons, and auto-guided by Smartcone as well. So it's a real strong partnership for us. And as we move forward, we know that Smartcone is a small company, and auto-guided by Smartcone is a small company. We need partners like Parsons to really help us scale and grow, because we're being asked by our corporate partners like Disney and other corporate partners that want large scale deployments of Smartcone. We need Parsons' help to make sure that happens, and it's a great partnership that we enjoy, and we work really well with them. So we're very excited about it.
Okay, that's great. Thank you for that. And Paul, from a large company point of view, what was important in this partnership for you as a company?
So that in the big picture, we see a growing demand for cutting edge technologies, including Internet of Things solutions to solve client challenges. And so by partnering with Smartcone and AutoGuardian, we can combine Parsons' extensive portfolio and experience working with large government agencies with Smartcone's advanced industrial Internet of Things platform to reduce injuries and fatalities to pedestrians and road users. And so it's that merge of the big and the small. And just as they're very agile and have got some great tech that's very flexible and adaptable that they can fit up onto the infrastructure at the intersections, we've got the knowledge of the signals, of how they operate, how the whole road network operates, the road safety aspects. We're the specialists and experts in all of that. And so combining those two things together, we are going to create an innovative solution that we hope will not just help Durham, but far beyond.
Interesting, interesting. Well, thank you for that. And I find it is interesting, you kind of looking at, and maybe this is, I don't know, a business model that's emerging now. We have a larger, seasoned company working with a smaller one with innovation tech, and combining the two strengths to actually address an issue that maybe each could not have before, or maybe not as well. So I want to just kind of pick up on that theme of the organizational differences in that, but yet coming together to really amplify your strengths. And I'm just curious, maybe what have you learned really about working with, say, an entity like the Durham Regional Technology Development Site, which in itself is really a partnership of a number of organizations, and also working with each other. Different cultures, I'm sure, would exist in a small company, and then in a larger company. So maybe, Paul, I can start with you. What kind of key learnings have you kind of gotten from working through this challenge, mainly with the region and the Durham RTDS, and then maybe flip to how you as a partnership have learned, and maybe what lessons you can bring forward to be more successful or continue to be successful in this area?
Right. Well, first of all, Durham RTDS and the region of Durham have been absolutely great to work with so far. It's early days. We're very excited to be working with clients that share our mission to implement innovative solutions to solve their toughest challenge. That's really exciting for us. And we want to, with Durham and RTDS, explore these new technology the new technologies that prioritize intersection safety and accessibility, because combining Durham's enthusiasm, because this is a bit of this is stepping out of the comfort zone, I feel, for Durham and RTDS. And we're very excited to be working in that sort of environment, because when we're allowed the freedom to explore possibilities like this, I think good things can come of it. And that's one of the great things of our partnership with Smartcone. We've really grown that partnership through this challenge, and we're looking forward to bringing our widespread knowledge and expertise, and their agility and their ability to innovate, and that they make decisions really quick. And that's one of the great things about working with them, that we can come up with new ideas, we can test them, we can fail them fast, or we can succeed quickly. So that's the plan, and let's see how it goes.
Great. Thank you for that, Paul. Interesting. And Robert, from the smaller company size, working with a larger company, one with the Durham RTDS, and then together, what sort of things have you seen and learned as you go through this process?
Well, as you can imagine, being a small company, being a startup, as Paul mentioned, you go fast and you try to do it as fast as possible. And sometimes things get overlooked. And when working with a company like Parsons, who has the history and the processes and the contacts, it's actually easier for Smartcone to grow faster and be a better company because of everything that Parsons is able to offer us, which is really critical for us to grow and where we want to be in the next 3 to 5 years. And so the assistance that Parsons has given us, which has been great to work with Paul and Yanis and Daniel and Bruce, it's wonderful to work with them, and it's a great team effort and camaraderie. I said the word wrong, but it's excellent. It's lots of fun. And for me, for the Durham region, I'm actually a graduate of Durham Region College. Back in '97, I graduated from environmental technology, and I've always had a great spot for Durham region, because they gave me my education, and to give back to them in this fashion is real exciting for me. So I look forward to it.
Nice, very nice. And it sounds like, no matter, or I'm not sure how you ended up meeting each other, but there's a really good chemistry there between the two companies that really kind of works well for you. So I think that's really great.
There is. There is. I just want to say one thing about it. Paul, Yanis, and the team, we've all met together on numerous times, and we get along famously, and that's great. It's just a pleasure to work with them. So it's enjoyable.
That's great to hear. That's terrific. And I just want to maybe pump back to a comment that Paul made earlier about kind of where you maybe see this going. And I want to just pick up on that vision, because obviously we're very excited and looking forward to your demonstration project here in Durham and seeing those results. But clearly, you know, this is one municipality, and I'm kind of curious, Paul, of what your maybe vision is, and yours and Smartcone's, for you know, not only how you'll contribute to safer intersections in Durham, but really, I guess, let's just say globally, because there's a lot of intersections actually out there. And,
Yeah.
and we know that small municipalities don't really, or maybe not always, have the budgets. So really, you know, in all of that vision, who would you like to see maybe taking the leadership role to really kind of help roll out safer intersections across Durham, Ontario, Canada, the world? You know, where would you go with that?
Okay, so well, it all starts with the cities, the regions, the public sector, and that's exactly what's happening here. And we can only do this because we've been given a sandbox to play in, and that's the beauty of this competition. It's giving us the freedom to develop something in the real life situation. And we're going to be exploring lots of options, because I mean, the technology is really quite simple. We're just going to be looking with the Smartcone sensors that are located up on the infrastructure. We're going to be looking at the intersection, looking at vehicles coming along, looking at pedestrians, and seeing the potential for conflict. Then the Smartcone back-end system is going to be working out you know, the likelihood of a collision, report that back, and then the idea is that we will have actuators, something that will then tell the pedestrians and the drivers that a collision is imminent, and hopefully even avoid the collision altogether. And we are looking at some pretty zany things to help do that. And so that's obviously, if we can solve it in Durham, a signalized intersection, those signalized intersections are everywhere, literally everywhere. And so once we have come up with a solution that makes a difference, even if we only prevent 10% of pedestrian collisions, that's an awful lot. Just in the city of Toronto alone, for instance, that would reduce one collision a year. And that's often a fatality. Well, that has a societal cost of somewhere around $2 million. Magnify that globally, and I think safety sells itself. And the whole thing about Vision Zero is I think it's something everyone from every background, every political leaning, I think we all want safer intersections. And so I think it sells itself. We just need the public sector to see what's happening in Durham, and then grab that as we basically scale up this product.
Great. Well, thank you very much. That's great. And then, Robert, from a Smartcone, what have your vision moving forward for this? Where do you see this taking Smartcone?
Well, awareness precedes change. And we see with this partnership and what we're doing with Region of Durham is we're making changes so that people will be aware of. And if they're aware, that they can start developing their own programs using the same technologies, the same methodologies to really focus on getting Vision 2, Vision 0. In our research, we found that a lot of people have tried many different things and they haven't been successful. Where we have been experienced success on being able to provide the information for people to make decisions quickly. And that's the intent behind this, to make decisions quickly, fully deployable quickly, put it up on the intersection, and then immediately deploy a system that people can understand what's happening. That's what we're after. So it's good.
Very nice. Well, that's great. And I think, really, it can be inspiring to think about, a demonstration project like you will engage in Durham, as Paul said, if you solve it here, I mean, you can solve it pretty much anywhere. And so what it really says is, you know, here we are in Ontario, we're developing technology that will help us with our needs, make us safer, but also we can then contribute globally to making safer roads, intersections, basically everywhere. So that's really kind of an interesting, exciting thing to kind of think a little bit about. So I thought maybe it would just kind of wind things down a little bit here. And then, as I said, we are very excited for your demonstration project and to see how that's all going to roll out. And I'm just curious if maybe there's anything else you would want to kind of add in this conversation as you've gone through, and obviously you've looked at this particular situation in a lot of detail with a lot of technical expertise. Are there other things that you want to say that maybe municipalities should be considering as they think about safer intersections? Like, do traffic engineers need to think about different ways to design the roads, intersections, anything? This is really a chance for you to say anything that you maybe are thinking now that you think needs to be said. So maybe I'll go to you, and Robert, I'll give you the last word on this one.
Right. Yeah. So I personally, as you can tell, I've got a British accent, and I love roundabouts, and I think we should be using those more in North America because they reduce conflict points and they're inherently safer than signalized intersections. And that's just one of many things that I think that we can do. And the great thing about Vision Zero is we're developing toolkits that are improving and expanding all the time. And it's the application of all of these measures that incrementally we're improving safety, we're reducing risks and hazards. And so I'm excited about that because we can make a difference. We are making a difference. And so I think, roundabouts are the big one for me that we should do more of, but we should carry on doing what we're doing, which is addressing all of the smaller things to achieve a more integrated road safety approach.
Absolutely. Well, I just want to thank you for your time very much, and your thoughts and insights in this. And we're very much looking forward to seeing the demonstration project unfold here in Durham, and hopefully we'll get to meet face to face in the future. So thank you very much, Paul.
Thank you very much. Looking forward to meeting too.
Yeah. Okay. Bye for now.
Goodbye.
So we're excited. From our research, we found that Vision Zero has not really been implemented to any great level. And working with partners like Parsons and Disney and our other partnerships, we're on the forefront of really pushing Vision Zero to a viable product that can go out and save lives, do collision detection throughout the world.
Yeah, very cool.
We're a proudly Canadian company. We're established in Ontario. We're going to stay in Ontario, and we're going to push the Canadian content out to the world. We're very, very excited about it, and it's fun who we're meeting, and it's fun the use cases that we're getting involved with. It's great.
Absolutely, and fun for us to see this all unfold, and to be looking forward to working with you. So thanks so much for your time. Really, really appreciate it, and looking forward to seeing you face to face on an intersection somewhere here as we work on this. So take care.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Bye for now.
Bye now.